Sometimes it takes a painful experience to make us change our ways. What was that experience for you?
I experienced so many painful decisions. I got tired. When I met God, I got tired of failing Him. And that was the most painful, I think, of all of them. You know, you're in the darkest place you can go, and I cried out to God from the very, very depths of my heart, and I was like, God, I don't want to be like this anymore. Please help me.
The thing that made me change was when, I would have to say, when the police officer came up and go, "Can I talk to you for a moment?" Like, yeah, sure, what's up? Came up to me, he's like, you know, I'm going to give you about a week. Week to what? It's who I am. This is the way I talk to him. They all know who I am down there in Prescott. He's like, you got a week to either change your ways or you're going back into prison. Duly noted, sir, bye. Haven't seen him in 4.5 years. Prescott Police Department, Prescott Valley. Haven't seen him in 4.5 years. Brought myself up here to flag.
I became a member of my hood. I was 12 years old. I was a peewee. But as a peewee, I was doing OG stuff and going to jail. I went to YA. I was raised, there's a saying, I was state raised. So when I went to California Youth Authority, I did a lot of bad things. And I felt it was the right thing to do. In my mind, I was protecting myself. I was just doing bad things, making people hurt. That's when I met a person, and he was considered like the highest ranking member of that organization, and he took me under his wing. And he taught me everything, how to be a member of that. And a part of member of that, he told me, never love, because it's our weakness. To never show emotion, never show weakness, or they'll get you.
How did you end up with us at Hope Cottage or SRM?
You know, I always had this deep desire to just want to disappear in the Grand Canyon and be with Jesus like Moses did on the mountain. Like, that was my whole plan of when I came here, that was my plan. I was disappearing into the Grand Canyon, and I was going to go be with Jesus. And I was going to get away from the world, and all the drinking and all the drugs and all of that was going to go away. And that's how I ended up at Flag Shelter. I came from Louisiana. I just gave away everything that I owned, and somehow God made a way, and I got on the bus. And this is the closest place that the bus will take you to the Grand Canyon. And so when I got off the bus, the first place I went to was a church, and they were closed, and it was cold and very windy and getting dark. I remember laying in the bed at Flag Shelter, and I was like, God, this place isn't safe for me. I can't stay here. If I stay here, I'll die, and you know that. I can't stay here. It's not safe for me. And that was the same day that I had went to the library, because I have nowhere else to go. And that's when I met the Viking. And he was 2 sheets to the wind. But God will use anybody at any point in time. And I was telling him my story, and because I told him that I loved Jesus and I was staying at Flag Shelter. He said, you need to go find Miss Vivian at Hope Cottage. And I said, Hope Cottage, what's that?
It's like my daughter goes, I can't keep you in the house with me, Mom. I need you to go through some kind of form of recovery or something, taking you to hope. It's like, what is hope? It's like, you gotta fill me in, child, because I'm not willing to just... I came in there with an attitude. Anybody that knows me knows that. I came in there with an attitude. It took me a moment to adjust. But yeah, no, I never heard of Hope Cottage, never heard of SRM until my daughter dropped me over at Hope.
Something just drew me there, right? And the enemy, who I was in league with, told me no. So I bounced out. And then I came back again. And I came from California. My father was dying, and I felt like I needed to make amends, because I was no longer in that gang. I was no longer in that prison organization. And I really wasn't with Jesus, but I was. I just didn't know it. And I went home. So I told my dad, because I didn't have the opportunity to tell my mother, because my mother passed away when I was still in prison. I don't have anybody but my little sister now. I had 5 brothers. They all died prison politics. But I really wanted to make amends with my father, so I went home, and that's what I did. And I told him, what, I'm no longer a part of that. Blah blah blah. I've been thinking about Jesus, and he looked at me like I was crazy, and he said, you do what you feel like you need to do to be happy, to have a life. And I sat with him, and he passed away, and I came back to the mission.
Before you came here, how did you see your future?
I was drinking to the point where my heart had almost exploded. I knew that wasn't the world that I wanted. That wasn't the way that I wanted to live. I did not want to fall into that dark hole again. And if I stayed, that's where I was going to end up. Dead. It was just ultimately going to end up in death.
Dead. Just because of the new drugs that are out there, the blues. Back in the day, I only knew meth. I knew nothing else. A lot of the people that I knew passed away due to drug use. So I probably would have been dead by now, along with the rest of the people that I know.
That's just it. I didn't think I had a future. And that's part of the brainwashing that life came with, is you don't have a future. You're gonna die on this yard a warrior, or you're gonna die a PC. You choose. And I always chose the warrior. I'm gonna die killing my enemy. I'm gonna die defending my family. And the family, I mean the organization, not my family, because I really didn't care.
What happened here that made a difference?
When I was there's a sign on the wall that tells you about the discipleship program, because at the time we didn't have any disciples there. You didn't know much about it. All I knew was it was classes that you could take that you could be closer to Jesus. And I knew that was Jesus' plan, so we were doing it. When I was in the discipleship program, I had a great battle. It was so hard, because I would just fall and fall and fall, and I'd fall to the point where I didn't deserve to be there, and I should have been thrown away. That's what I deserved. And that they just did not give up on me. They refused to give up on me and give me to the devil, to myself. And I couldn't be more grateful. And May 30th will be my 1-year sobriety date. And I wouldn't be here without Hope Cottage.
How God spoke to me. He's like, you're doing the right thing. You're where you need to be. He's like, just keep doing the good work. I never prayed until I got back to Hope Cottage. Never did the Bible until I got back there. Started doing his footwork with him. I guess it's just been a blessing being able to help do his footwork here on earth while he ever watches us. It's been a lovely thing to do.
It was at a retreat, and that's when I knew I was possessed. That's when I knew that I had serious enemy issues. They all just prayed over me, and I felt it just come out of me. And I felt the emptiness for like that, and then just light. And Jesus just filled me.
Did you develop a deeper relationship with Jesus and find healing?
Because I could see his hand in everything he did. From the moment he called me, even from Louisiana, and brought me here and kept me safe. And kept his hand on me and walked with me and guided me and waited for me patiently. Because, you don't always feel it all the time. That's why you have to have faith and trust in him.
I gotta admit, like back in the day when I first came there, back in 2021, I desperately needed him. And now that I can work with him and others who believe in his ways, it helps me, put me at peace, knowing I'm there with him.
I went back to the house, I prayed and I just got on my knees and I surrendered. I gave my life. I give my life to you, Jesus. Wow. I give it all to you. And I started reciting my secrets because I had a lot of them, and I still do. Honestly, I still do have a lot of secrets that whenever I'm told to reveal, I reveal. You know, and I learned how to obey, and I learned that's a very important part of our walk is to obey.
What would you say your future looks like today?
My future is wonderful. I'm going to get to work more hours in June, which means I'm going to get to put more money in my savings, which means I'm going to get to go to the Bahamas with Diana one day.
Put me in a new perspective. It's like, doing what I used to do is not the way. So, like with him, through me, speaking out to them, knowing that the good word's always going to come out. With him, through him, and walking beside him.
I see my future as a man of God, first and foremost. I see myself helping people, being of service, and that's so much a part of who I am now. Is I need to be of service. I need to start giving back. I took so much, and now it's time for me to give back. And however that service it looks, it's not up to me. You know, at first, I got to do this. No, you don't. You just got to chill and let Holy Spirit dictate what you do.
What scripture has the Lord placed on your heart lately that feels personal to your journey?
Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen and help in you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10.
Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. Then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will hear you.
Psalms 91:2. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust.
SRM opens its doors to local neighbors who've experienced more human suffering than most of us could ever imagine. Debilitating, traumatic setbacks in life. These are the people we're called to love when it's not easy. Jesus said, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did it for me." Matthew 25. So please join us. Be his hands and feet here at SRM.